Everybody, welcome back to another episode of FSi DFS Fantasy NASCAR Picks. I'm Rosmeguru 31. I try to bang through a quick Xfinity video here to get it out to you. I know this is a tight window, but you prefer that I do actuals over speculation ones when I can. So I had the day off today, so I'll get this out for you. So last night, if you watched the race, kind of a snooze fest. Only one passed lap one, and I guess ran the whole table pretty much there. So good for him. We feared that. We knew that there was only one lane here, really, a groove. And once after the restart, it's kind of follow the leader. Some chaos, some wrecks because people trying to force the issue, going 4 or 5 wide in the back, trying to make up position, especially on the restarts. I took out most of my prime plays early on, so I was kind of frustrated with that. So I kind of broke even last night because my GPPs carried. So, new thing that we added and request from you guys is I try to find medium to low owned guys that I put 100K lineup. So that's what the new designation is there. So Ty Gibbs looked great in practice. I got the pull there, and definitely is probably going to be the primary early dominator here. Could he run the table? I don't know if that's going to happen in this race, but he doesn't. The guys that are in cream there are quick drivers, so just to kind of highlight them in the field, you've got 5 of them. So I mean, it's a pretty strong field here, and I think that Gibbs is going to have like a really good day here. Unless he has a mechanical issue or something, I don't know if anybody can really like. And he's looking good in Cup also. It just might be his weekend here, just like it was Bell's last weekend. So, I think he's going to be really strong here. Will he lead the whole race? I don't know, but I think he's got probably the best car here. Um, Restart. I know there's a bunch of number ones, so I put all the Cup guys as number one just because they look good. But I kind of did a breakdown on everybody else. So I think restart's going to be important here. I think pit crew is going to be important here. I didn't have like the Cup Series pit data. I just had the Xfinity one, so those are some things to consider. So Gibbs should be good on restarts, should be solid up here. Cole Custer, number one pit crew so far this year, number three on restarts. Upside dominator. If you can get both in, good. I'd probably rather, if I'm paying up for 2 of them, try to get Allgaier in as my second one. But no objection to Custer whatsoever. Ryan C, great job qualifying here, buddy. I just can't see him hanging up here. Long run speed, he was 19th. Uh, so, and I think even worse than that, and 15 lap average. So I'm not going to be playing C. He's fade for me. AJ Allmendinger, I think, is an intriguing, especially at the price point. He's always run well here. Last year, he won the race, led 25 laps. So I think that's definitely someone to look at. Good pit, number one on restarts. I think the road course kind of maybe throws that off a little bit. But 2, 4, 6, like seventh or eighth overall and 15 lap average. So some good fall off there. Austin Hill, I think, is another sleeper down here, 2,000 more, but always knock on the door, always in contention. Great pit crew, good on restarts, aggressive, can pass where no other people pass. Just didn't have a ton of speed, so the fall off concerns me just a little bit. Did he even have a 15 lap average? Um, no, I'm not seeing that. So, 10 lap average. He'll, uh, I mean, he was okay. So, but like overall, I think he's got a strong car and a good day. Allgaier, again, just looking at his pit road crew and restarts and speed in practice, everything, 15 lap average. Like he's always good. He was second to Gibbs in 15 lap average last year. Thought he ran pretty well here. Maybe not. He started 15th, finished 16th, but I think he was just had a bad day with the car there. But it seems like everything is decent here and I think that is one that can pass it and make it up through the field. The first, so I think that you can consider him like a second dominator if you can get to both of them. If you can't, that's fine. I get it. If you want to go single dom and don't want to pay 11K and more balanced lineup, or take like if you have 300 more and like take John Hurt and check for the place differential, or save a little on Reddick. there for another Dominator. I get it, but I really like if you can get to it pairing Allgaier and Grayson. I tried to give you some primes that would make that happen. So, or not say Grayson, Allgaier. For Noah Grayson, he is my first 100K driver. I love his aggressiveness. He's good here. This Rhett Jones racing car is Stuart Haas backed, so I think that he is one that could be a sleeper here and have a good day. And I think people will overlook him with all the other plays. And he actually is out there for like a 25 lap average. So they did stay out there to test some long run stuff. And overall in 20 lap average, he was fifth. So lots of good things here, I think, for like your 100K lineup. Chandler Smith, I like him too. You can't play everybody. I think he's going to be highly owned though still, and I think he is upside as Dominator. I think maybe he's a good pivot off of Allgaier if you want to save the $500 in your lineup. No objection to him. Everything looked good. 15 lap average. He was fourth, so uh, actually third. So has some fall off, has some speed. Pit crew and restart not as good as some of the others, but I think he should be solid. Riley Hurst finished second here last year, so Riley Hurst always boom or bust. Uh, so I can't never play him in cash, but I always sprinkle him in lineups just because he has the potential to always win a race and do well. It just doesn't always work out. Parker Klingerman, I usually feel is a solid cash play, but I just with all the other cup drivers in here and stuff, I didn't really like the practice speeds and stuff. So GPP for me, not a fade, but not somebody I'm super highly interested in. Reddick, he had some good speed, definitely in the Sam Hunt car, and he's in good form recently too, and like in the Cup Series, driving really well. So good pivot off and would place differential here mixed in, and someone that could get up there short pit because he doesn't have to stay out there for stage points, get some track position, hold on to it, and have a good day. So definitely someone that I want to play in some of my lineups. Sammy Smith is another kind of quiet, a good play here. Probably be low owned, one that I considered for the 100K lineup, but just didn't quite make the cut. So yeah, Sammy Smith last year, I think he kind of struggled here. So that's part of the reason too that I wasn't looking at him. Yeah, he got in an accident. He started third and finished 34th. But if he didn't, I mean, everything looked good, and he was, I believe, a cash player, like a dominator. I was looking at last year here. So some of that could also be kind of sneaky. If you don't like my 100K guys want to pivot off one, then there's one to throw in your lineup there. Jones is always a GPP. Nothing objectionable here, but it's not like a track style that I really love. Sheldon Creed, I always loved him as his aggressiveness on restarts and tracks like this. I think that he's one that it's gonna be boomer bust. That's why he's gonna be in that 100K GPP lineup, because if he Sheldon Creed's like the best of them and is able to make ways where and try to nudge people out of the way, and not like Lane Riggs yesterday, who got too aggressive and hooked the guy, and ended up had to sit in his pit box for 2 laps, and kind of ruined that lineup I had him in, because he was a 100K guy that I thought, and he was doing really well. And I think Creed's the same way, but I think Creed's smart enough not to, if he does wreck somebody, make it look intentional. So I think that he's definitely has the upside to be in the winning 100K lineup. And maybe it's not 100K on, and I know it's only 10K in truck kit, but I'm just gonna call him 100K guys. So for the biggest GPP, it's like these are my three um contrarian plays that at lower ownership that I really like. Gunnar Nemechek, I think, is to be highly owned also, just because who he is, but he's always so volatile that I can never play him in cash. Sprinkle in GPPs, yes, because always has potential. Great team here. Third and 20 lap average. So, definitely has some speed there. Just he finds trouble way too much. Clements, Alfredo, and Poole, all GPP here. Like, probably should fade all of them, but like Alfredo is actually, he's been had solid times this year where he started in like the top like 15 and held it. The Alpha Prime cars have been solid also for Pool, and Jeremy Clements has always been solid also, but he's starting a little bit too far forward. So again, if you need some extra like people to in the 5K range to fill out your lineup, I mean, I probably drop down a little, but these cars are much better than some of the ones. And if you can't pass and it's just kind of we follow the leader, then I think these are all like kind of safe to be like last man in cash. But Jed Burton, I like out of all of them. Like he's good in pit. I don't have him restart here, but like he'd probably like be still in the top 15 there. Jordan Anderson car is decent. Speed was not bad either. I don't think he ran had a 15 lap average, but now I'm not seeing him in the practice data like popping out for anything. So but that's fine. Again, I think that he's one that he had a decent race here last year. So yeah, started 12th, finished 13th. So stay in the top 15. It's 6,100. If you can get a top 15, he should be definitely fine here. Ross Chastain hasn't done well as well in the Xfinity Series. He has in Cup. I mean, Cup is he's taken a step back too this year, but it definitely has the upside here. Like, I don't love the car. I mean, I'm sure it has some Trackhouse backing here. Like, they didn't let him go race an Xfinity for like no reason whatsoever. But I don't think there's a ton of upside here. There's so many other cup drivers I would like to play over him. And just looking at speeds, like his 12th overall in practice speed, he really didn't stay out for any much long run speed and like 5 lap average. Nothing special here. Yeah, I think he's in the top 10, but he's playable, but not somebody I'm gonna prioritize. Like I put him as a cash play just because like I like the 93, I like the talent, I like the place differential potential here, starting at 20th. But I mean it's almost really a fringe cash play. But the advantage too is like he can short pit just like all the other tan guys and go out there and get track position. If he can hold it and nobody can pass, like after stage one, and he does have some aggression too on restarts, I think that could lead to success. Retzlaff, I'm going to make as a prime play here. I just like to speed in practice. Not not horrible at pit restart, but not elite. But I think at 6,700, like he just doesn't do need to do much to have a floor for cash. So really like that here. Matt DiBenedetto is only 100 more, starting one place back, but I think he's going to fall back here. Ryan Ellis, I don't see that. I know he's done well at Alpha Prime, but I don't think he's going to hold his position here. So fade for me. Mayer, I think, is going to be very chalky play potentially. He's probably the fourth highest owned driver with the upside, but again, he's just been volatile. Also, he did have good speed and everything, and is decent at restarts. It's just he finds trouble too, kind of like Riley Herbst and Nemechek. So I just don't feel super confident playing him as a core play, but I could see it as a cash play, so that's why he's got the tag. Honeyman, we've played a lot and has done well, but I just here it's starting a little bit too far forward. Josh Williams has solid floor for cash. Kyle Sieg, I like Honeyman a little bit more for $100, but I think they're pretty much even plays. I probably would try to, get more to like Alfredo, Clements, or Poole if I could, but I don't hate these plays here. Um, but or like Shane Ginsburg here at 65 is a prime play. He doesn't always do good in practice and qualifying, but he figures races out pretty quickly. And there's a lot of backing between colleague and Trackhouse and like sponsorship here, and pretty smart guy. So I think that he definitely will be able, not a 28th place driver, should be in the top 20 through like attrition and stuff, getting past like smart driver, makes calculated passes and stuff. So should be good here for me on Prime. Kyle Weatherman at 58 is a solid cash play. Also, I think again, if you're in this range, this is where you really want to be for like the place differential and the floor. Like he's starting where we wish kind of like Clements and Alfredo and Poole and Honeyman and Sieg would be. So I think this is a sweet spot here if you're looking in the 5K range. The other ones are options, but I think he's the best option. Quaffle, just so much talent and upside. And again, he's not a cup driver, but he's not racing for stage points or anything, so he can use pit strategy to get track position and potentially hold it. Junior Motorsports, good team, good driver who has been up there and has been contending. Has found a little bit of trouble, but I think he's figuring it out faster than he's not. So solid play here at 8,800 for cash lineup if you can get to him. If you're trying to play too many expensive players, he's going to be in no man's land. You're not going to end up in the 8K range. But if you are building more balance, I think he's a solid play. Haley's Deegan's always a GPP. Emmerling is fade for me. Perkins and Cam are punt plays also. I think, Cam is probably the safest one in the 4K range if you need to go down there. Fincham, I mean, it's almost usually a start and park or a breakdown. Smithley had no speed. Logan Beard, like, I like the driver, but this Joey Gase car is the worst car in the field, so fade for me. Like, these guys you can play through attrition, but I just don't see it. And Jesse Love should be an absolute smash play. You're stuttering dead last, should be able to run up through the field and have a solid day. My model has him finishing 14th with 24 place differential points. Definitely a top 15 car. They'll figure it out. They can use pit strategy also to get track position, and they should be able to hold it. And he's aggressive. Good crew. He's not in the top 10, but he's top 15 in restarts. So nothing but positive things there. Kind of a free square at 7,800. Just lock him in. Shotgun to the field. Has a ton of upside. Has a safe floor. Got to play some Jesse Love. So that's what we got for you. I'm going to get off here so I can get this video posted because we're going to only have like an hour before lock. So if you have questions, put them chat below. Hit me up Mega31 on Twitter/X. Thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and I'll see you tonight for the Cup video. So good luck in your contest and hope you continue to have an amazing weekend. And I'll see you next.